to the Miss Finn Show. I'm your host, Miss Fins. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. You already know what I'm going to ask. You already know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to need from you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. How are you guys doing? First and foremost, thank you for being here. Second, there is no show tomorrow. So that's why we're doing the game preview today because I work, so I can't because of work. Blame work. It is what it is. But we're going to discuss the game today. We're going to have a lot of fun. Just so you guys know, as I always say, guys, wow, I don't know what happened. We went together, we lose together, Dolphins for life. It is rough to be a Dolphins fan, but it's okay. And ladies and gentlemen, with our game preview, like we do each and every single week, we're gonna discuss. We're gonna break down the game, guys. We're breaking down the game. We're gonna discuss everything we need to know about this game, my score prediction, all that good stuff. Everything you need: injury report, team stats, keys to victories, McDaniel's expectations, Tua's expectation, all of it, guys. You're gonna be getting it today. So here we go. Guys, it's over. The season's over. There's no hope for us. Like zero silch. We're gonna lose every single game by triple digits. And the Miami Dolphins will officially become an XFL team after this season. End scene. Now that we got that out of the way and everybody's like, oh my god, the sky is falling. We'll be fine, guys. Trust me. So let's preview the Dolphins. Let's preview the Bills. Look, guys, I mean, it's not that hard to see this game for what it is. It's a divisional game. Every divisional game is gonna be tough for both teams. That's the whole point of them being divisional games. So let's start with, like we always start, the injury report, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I'm gonna start with the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo currently has Jordan Phillips, Jamison Crowder, Reggie Gillum, Ed Oliver, Matt Milano, all questionable except Jamison Crowder, who is currently on IR. The Dolphins have Elijah Campbell, Teddy Bridgewater, Durham Smythe, Jeff Wilson Jr., River Craycraft, all of those people questionable. And I'm questioning whether or not certain somebody wants to play football ever again, but it is what it is. At this point, when it comes to the injury report, everybody's got to deal with injuries. No excuses, people. No excuses. Mm, each team has their respective backup players, and that's how it should be. I mean, you're one of 32. You're gonna have the players you need. Period. Um, Now, as far as anybody else in their depth chart for the Bills, I may or may not be available for them. Honestly, no, not really. Their offense and defense are both pretty much good. And as far as for the Dolphins and for us for injuries, you're going to see your typical people, honestly. Tehran with 80 million things and Durham this and blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, both teams' starters are there. Backups, the backups essentially are injured, so we'll be fine. It's not a big deal at all. Now let's go over the team stats for each one because guess what? Being that they are divisional opponents, ladies and gentlemen, they do match up pretty well. Most people, obviously, in recent years, give the Bills the notch because obviously they won the division last year. And I mean, hey, you're what do you call it? Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you guys for that. Really do appreciate it. Sorry about that. To take care of something here. Let's continue. So, yeah, let's discuss it here. And no, Miss Finch is not rated R or on IR or anything like that. Perfectly fine. My voice, though, I do need to take care of my voice, like always. Now, as far as per team, look, the offense and defense overall, Bills have a better defense than the Dolphins right now. Offense is just slightly better, but these teams match up really well and they're very similar. Quality of talent, you could say either one has it, depending on what you're looking at. But which one has a more complete team has to be the Bills because they have more veterans that they've had playing together for longer. And the Dolphins have a lot of new members and new players. So it is what it is at this point, guys. So let's go over to team stats. So let's start with the Bills. The Bills currently are scoring 27.2 points per game, and their defense is allowing 17 points per game. So it's a 10-point difference. You have the Dolphins are currently scoring 24.3 points per game, but our defense is allowing 24.0. Now, obviously, this is a combination between home and away. As far as home defense, Dolphins' home defense is actually ranked top five in the league right now. We're only allowing 15 points per game at home. Away, though, 32.3 points per game. So when you take the average, that's where you get the 24 points that we're allowing in total for the year. As far as the team itself, that's not very good, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't. We it isn't. So we need to what do you call it? We need to do better as a team. Now, can we do better? Yes. That's yes. But right now, again, obviously, we have different injuries. We have different players coming in and out of the lineup. And we're introducing new players as well, just like every team. That's why I say there's no, what do you call it? No excuses, man. No excuses. Go ahead and do the Hit the like button for me, guys. There's 12 people in here and only 7 likes. So hit the like button. Thank you. Um, let's see here. Now, as far as the rest of the stats for the Bills, they're producing 407.9 point 6 total yards in offense, 273.9 in the air, 120, 133.7 on the ground. We know that 80% of that is Josh Allen. Um, as far as air yards and rushing yards, the Dolphins are currently doing 382.5 total yards in offense. That's what we're producing. In the air, we're producing 292.6. Underground, 89.6. So this is where I would say the notch has to go to the Bills. They have a more established um, run game than we do. And their offensive line is healthier than ours, has played more consistent. And with that, allows their running game to be more effective. Ours doesn't. And that's a huge difference in yardage, at least when it comes to it. Now, as far as our defenses and what each one allows, the Bills defense is allowing 338.3 yards per game, 238.5 in the air, 99.8 on the ground. As far as the Dolphins defense, we allow 368.8 yards per game, 260.5 in the air, 108.3 on the ground. Um, One thing that I've noticed with this bend not break defense, guys, is that we will allow a lot of yardage, but not really points. Even though we are technically allowing the most points away, we could easily, with the amount of yardage that we're allowing, we should be losing every away game by 15 to 20 points. But we don't. Thank God. So that right there just goes to show that even though we are allowing their offenses to continue for our opposing team when we're playing away, yes, we're not closing out in the third downs and we stay on the field. Most of the time, it either results on the opposing team punting or on the opposing team even what do you call it? Even getting just a field goal versus a touchdown. So again, that's where the bending, not breaking part comes. Let's go ahead and say good morning, everybody, in here, real quick. Morning, Green Rad, Delusional, Mark K, welcome. Good morning, Bob Young, Chef Jew, welcome. Dolphinier, welcome. Color, welcome. Phins in the house, welcome. Green Rat, welcome. Let's see here. I think I got everybody. Adam S, welcome, buddy. How you guys doing? Mm, let's see here. Kenna, welcome. Good morning. What it do, chat? uh, yeah. So let's continue here. As far as the Dolphins defense, like I told you, 260.5 in the air that we're allowing in yardage, 108.5 point 3 on the ground. I think our defense will be fine. I'm gonna give you my analysis of the game in a minute. But I want to at least give you guys this. Now, in the last 5 games, the Dolphins have gone 3-2. Bills have gone 4-1. The Bills have lost to Minnesota 33 to 10 to 30, To Cleveland, they won 31-23. They won versus Detroit 28-25. They beat the Patriots 24-10, and they beat the Jets 20-12. The Dolphins beat Chicago 35-32, beat Cleveland 39-17, beat Houston 30-15, lost to the to San Francisco 33-17, and lost to the Chargers 23-17. It's a better defensive game in the Chargers game for sure for the Dolphins. Now, as far as their overall, give me a second here. As far as their season leaders, ladies and gentlemen, we know that Tua Tagovailoa right now is at 226 completions out of 345. He's got a total of 3,004 yards this season with 22 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Josh Allen has 300 completions out of 470 for 3,553 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. As far as rushing for us, Raheem Mostert has 136 carries for 610 yards and 3 touchdowns. And for Buffalo Bills, they have Singletary, 145 carries, 642 yards, 4 touchdowns. So both of our running backs are pretty much similar. Again, most of the rushing attack comes from Josh Allen himself. And our rushing defense is top notch. So I see the Dolphins being able to stop the rushing game. We just have to take care of Josh Allen in that aspect too. And as far as receiving, I mean, we have, I think, by like 2 yards now, the number two wide receiver in the league, Tyreek Hill. He's got 100 receptions for 1,460 yards and 6 touchdowns. And Buffalo has Stephon Diggs with 94 receptions, 1,239 yards, and 10 touchdowns. So, again, these are very, very similar teams. And they're divisional teams. A divisional game will always be like a playoff game. Right now, Buffalo is 10-3, 5-1 at home. Dolphins are 8-5, 3-4 away. This game was flexed to prime time. So Saturday night at 8:15 p.m. on the NFL Network, NFL Plus app, or your local listing, you will be able to find the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Buffalo Bills for what will be the game for the division, in my opinion. Whoever wins this game will win the division. And that's nothing light to say because at the end of the day, this AFC conference is super wide open. We won't know who has what till week 18, like just like last year. The AFC East, again, is also open. We won't know who has what, where it falls, anywhere until week 18. But as far as when it comes to the division itself, the two division leaders right now are the Dolphins and the Bills, and whoever wins, because the Bills do have the tiebreaker, they'll essentially end up being winning the division. Obviously, certain things will have to go my for them to win the division, but whichever team, in my opinion, wins will win the division. So this game is extremely important for the Dolphins. And just like it is for the Bills too, because right now the Bills don't want to play wild card weekend. They want to be able to have that first round bye, give their guys a rest. They're gonna have to win this game. So the pressure really isn't even on Miami. The pressure is on the Bills because the Bills have been favored to win a Super Bowl in the last 2 years straight. And they come up short now. That says a lot about their team. They're going to be another, what do you call it? Another Green Bay Packer. They're going to have an all right quarterback who is good in the regular season. But when it comes to important games, big games, when it comes to championships, when it comes to what matters, Lombardies, it's just not good enough. Like Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah. I mean, that's gonna be it when it comes to the team stats. Now, I'm gonna go over the keys to victory, guys. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna give us three because at this point it just makes no sense in us even talking about anything extra other than that. The fact. One second, guys. Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. So let's talk keys to victory. I only have three keys to victory because at this point, I mean, there's really not much more you can say. There isn't. When you're a divisional opponent, you're gonna see everything from your opponent. You're gonna know their tendencies. You're gonna know this is the reason why the most frustrating team for the New England Patriots, especially when Brady was here, was playing against Miami because no matter how much or how great of a players they have, they knew when they played Miami it was gonna be a playoff game. They knew it was gonna be a tough game. So because of that, you know your opponents, especially in the division. You play them twice a year. This is why the same thing for the Bills. People are gonna write off the Dolphins, and you know what? I want them to. Dolphins have no shot of winning this game. No shot. That's what the media is gonna say. That's what everybody's gonna say. And you know what? Maybe they're right, but I gotta go back to any given Sunday. So there's gonna be three things that, in my opinion, we're gonna have to do, and these are gonna be the three most important things. I'm not gonna discuss um, Tua because he literally gets his own section, or McDaniel. This is for the team overall. For the team overall, number one, we have to pressure Josh Allen. Period. The Miami Dolphins will need to pressure Josh Allen. Period. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Bradley Chubb will need to go ahead and show us why we got him. Why did we spend a first round pick on him? He's going to have to. Give me a second here. Mm, yeah, he's going to have to, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I thought I had it already. We're going to have to. Chubb is going to have to prove himself. I get that we probably got him more for the, what do you call it? The playoffs. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to use him. So I expect Phillips. I expect Wilkins. I expect Bradley Chubb, go after the quarterback. You have to. Right now, at this moment, that's gonna be our key to victory. But ladies and gentlemen, we don't even have to do too much. We've already done it. That's the part that makes it funny. We've already beat the Bills. I'm dropping my link, so that's why I'm looking down. Give me a second, guys. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor. If you like the content, you want to continue to hear the content and make you know and enjoying the family, if you will, hit that like button for me and subscribe. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and every single little bit helps. It's free, easy. Takes it takes no talent to hit the like button. It takes no talent to share, and takes no talent to subscribe. So please go ahead and do it. Appreciate it. Now, that's my first one. We have to pressure Josh Allen. Number two, the trenches. The trenches are gonna have to step up. The O line's gonna have to step up. The defensive line is gonna have to step up. Period. 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 The trenches will need to step up, especially the offensive line. It's gonna be very painful. There. Oh, let me check on the weather this game. Orchard Park. This Saturday. Oh, not at 8 a.m. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now exactly the weather that's to be expected for Saturday. So Saturday, well, no, we don't need Saturday because we're playing at night. So Saturday night on the 17th, which is when we play, it's gonna be 26 degrees. It's gonna snow likely. It's gonna be the winds are gonna be coming from a west southwest direction at 10 to 15 miles per hour. There is a 70% chance of snow, about 1 to 3 inches is what they're expecting. 80% humidity um, in this particular game. Very interesting. Um, guys, we're Floridians. Nobody likes to call like this, but it's what we got to deal with. This offensive line needs to do it. That's my second point. My third point, I don't even want to say it, to be honest with you. But we're gonna have to we're gonna have to run the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if it's a snow game, especially if we expect it to be the way that it is. Running the ball has to be a priority. With the winds, how it's gonna be, with the snow, that's how it's gonna be. We have to run the ball. We need to run the ball so we can open up the play action if need be. But at the end of the day, with that snow, I mean, you have to run the ball. You have to. You have to run the ball and establish it early. So those are my three things. Pressure Josh Allen, come after him, make him a one-dimensional, making have to make him have to become a passer and not run out of the pocket. Two, the trenches need to step up. The D line needs to stop the run. O line needs to keep to an upright. And then third, run the ball. Establish it early. I will call OSHA. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Green Rat, that is hilarious. And those are my keys to victory, ladies and gentlemen. What else can we say? You know what I mean? Let's go with Mike McDaniel's expectations. This is what I expect from Mike McDaniel. And I've said this before, and I feel like you can say this about every game. Adjustments. We gotta make adjustments. I grant it. You're not responsible for execution, but we still have to make the adjustments. Even though Mike McDaniel is still technically a rookie head coach, he's no longer a rookie. You got 14 games under your belt, sir. It's time. Okay? So at this point, Mike McDaniel, you're going to have to make the adjustments. Second half adjustments are going to be critical in this game. We're going to have to. This game is going to be won in the second half. We're going to have to make the adjustments. If the Dolphins manage to keep this game close, I think we win this game. I think we do. If we manage to keep it slow. But at the end of the day, morning Kings, at the end of the day, Mike McDaniel, you have to make the adjustments. And you know what? Another thing that you need to do is utilize the players you have. Understand the players you have, their strengths and weaknesses. Because right now, and and I said this earlier in the year, he doesn't know the players he has. Mike McDaniel does not understand the players he has. And because of that, JC from Bills Mafia. Good morning. Very rainy and slushy. Ew, really? Wait, JC, how cold is it over there? Ugh, how cold is it? I'm very curious to know how cold it is in Buffalo right now. Ugh, yeah. I'm a Floridian, sir. 30 degrees? Oh, God, no. It's 65, I think, right now, and I'm freezing. This is too much. I can't handle this. Oof, that's awful. But it's on Mike McDaniel, guys. 73 here. Yeah. Oh, my apologies. You're right. It's like 72, I think, where I'm at right now. I don't know. I gotta check it. But my McDaniel, you have to make your adjustments. You have to make your adjustments, and you have to get this run game going. Have to. You know what I want? I want the same game plan that the Patriots did on the Bills, and I want us to throw 8 times versus three. That's it. I'm like a mile from Lake Erie. Ooh, that's rough. Delusional McDaniel will have to play 5D chess. Hey, I love chess. So, nothing wrong with that. Um, whatever. I'll deal with this later. Yeah, he's gonna have to make the adjustments and also to understand the players he has. That's one thing that I've been very disappointed when it comes to Mike McDaniel is not understanding the players that he's had. That's not it's not what you would want, if you will. So yeah, Richard. Good morning. Is Jeff Wilson's status for Bills game, or what is Jeff Wilson's status? Well, I mean, as far as the actual injury report, Jeff Wilson right now is um sorry. Jeff Wilson right now is questionable. That hip injury does hurt. He didn't practice on Wednesday yesterday, not even in the walkthroughs. So I'll be totally honest with you. I don't even know if he's actually gonna play this Sunday because we all know hip injuries. They're tough, and I don't think that um, I don't think he might even be able to play if it's that much of a discomfort for him because I mean I don't know if they've done the X-rays or anything like that. Could have been a fracture. It could have been. I'm thinking he's gonna be a game day decision, Richard, as far as Jeff Wilson. But this is where I go back to McDaniel. You need to know your players. We have running backs. We have Gaskins. We have Ackman. You need to utilize your guys. You know what I mean? So that's the issue. So that's what I have for McDaniel as far as my expectations for McDaniel. Make your second half adjustments. Understand the players that you have, and oh my God, I can't even believe I forgot this one. For the love of all that is holy, can we please manage the ball right? Can we manage the game right, sir? Your game management, my lord, is a rookie management. I need you to manage this game because some of this, there are times where I feel like we need a timeout just to reset. Nothing. And then sometimes I'm like, did we just take two back to back timeouts? What did we do in the first one that we needed to take another timeout? So, yeah, I get it, Richard, but we still have players to utilize. And we have Ingold, who is a fullback. Put him in that role if that's the case. There are options out here. And he needs to figure it out. That game plan's going to have to be spotless. Um, so those are my expectations for McDaniel. Now let's talk about what people want to talk about, which is Tua's expectations, ladies and gentlemen. You guys already know. Good morning, Dud. I'm gonna have to call you Dud because I don't see any other name. I know it's you, Michael. Good morning. One good thing, the winds won't be too strong. Well, I literally just went through the weather report, but we'll do it one more time. Before I get to 2 guys, Saturday night will be 26 degrees. Snow is likely. We have winds at west southwest direction between 10 to 15 miles per hour. We also have a 70% chance of Snow. How about 1 to 3 inches is expected? Humidity will be 80%. And this particular game, we expect for the team to be just fine. There you go. So yeah, Taylor Lewan might be getting cut. I don't know. Maybe. A lot of teams are. Yeah. Oh, is he here? Yeah. Good morning, Luis Dominguez Jr. How to see Tyreek and the boys doing some snow angels in the end zone? I just want to see the penguin in his element. Get it? So there you go. So let's talk about Tua, guys. As far as Tua, you already know. Same sticky. That sucker's never gonna change this year. I've got my minimum expectation, guys, for Tua. 230 to 250, 2 touchdowns, no interception, a couple deep passes as well. That's my minimum expectations. I think Tua needs to ball out. We need 350 from him, but it's not gonna happen because it is a snow game. So yeah, I don't I don't foresee it. Um so this again, I'm gonna give you my analysis overall of what I think this game is gonna end up being, but as far as for Tua, what can I say? So I'm gonna say three things for Tua. Number one, you need to execute the game plan. Period. Okay. Number two, trust yourself, Tua. You have the skills to do it. You're one of 32 other men or 31 other men who get the opportunity to play quarterback for the National Football League. And three, what do you want your future to be? Because today it will it's just another chapter in your book, Tua. Whatever you want this chapter to be written, it's gonna be based on how you play. Now that we got all that fluff stuff out of the way, let's talk football. Tua, you need to start seeing your players. I understand you're 6 foot. You're not 4'3". Start seeing your players. Please put in the touch that you need when you have to, depending on the defense that I think the Bills are going to be running. If you have to go over the linebacker under the safety, put in that touch. We've seen you do it. Go ahead and do it. Okay? Mm. Thank you, Chef Joe. Appreciate it. Um, oh my goodness. Also, Tua, you worked in this offense long enough to know if you need to make an adjustment, if you gotta call an audible, if you gotta get out of a pass play into a run play, or vice versa, make the adjustments. You are the quarterback. The most that the head coach can do is lay the game plan, but it's up to you to execute it. If you see something pre and post snap from the defense, make the adjustments and look at the field. At this point, come on, man. and this is signs of the times, because before we would allow players to take 3, 4, 5 years to develop, and then it's like, okay, now that you got the skills, you can, be with the team for an extra 10 years. You know what I mean? There was no, oh, I'm just gonna cut you if I don't like you this one team, and then pick up some. No. Mm. But it's signs of the time. Is that league? That's the league that we're in right now. Tua, you need to make your adjustments at the line of scrimmage. You have to make your adjustments. And the very last thing I'm gonna say about Tua, ball placement, ball placement, ball placement. And if I didn't say it again, ball pl- placement. It is crucial, because we will need to pass the ball this game. It is crucial that Tua and his ball placement get better. Throw open your receivers, protect your receivers, lead your receivers. It is extremely important that you hit them in stride. Now, we know this. He's a, I don't want to say it, but you guys have watched film. You guys have seen the type of, good morning, Steve. Welcome. The type of thrower, if you will, Tua has seen. Guys, I'll tell you this. Freddie Cervantes, welcome. So far, I haven't seen anything else about Tyreek Hill not playing. Um, yeah, he's not on the injury report or anything like that. So, I mean, as far as I know, he's playing. So is Tehran. Nobody has really been ruled out in that sense. So, or at least yet. Now, Tua, ball placement, man. Ball placement. If you can take care of that ball placement, we'll be perfectly fine. Will be perfectly fine. JC, I agree. It's all about matchups. We are to beat you guys. Guess what? We have the tiebreaker, guys. We have the tiebreaker. Um, but that's pretty much what I have for Tua. Now, as far as my overall analysis and what I expect for this team, okay. Well, this is the game preview, ladies and gentlemen, for Week 15. Dolphins at Bills. This is for the division. And to be honest with you, it's more practice for when we make our Super Bowl run. And with that, you have to, continue to beat teams that are lesser than you and teams that you've already beaten. Because so far this year, the Bills haven't beaten the Dolphins, so Dolphins own the Bills until the Bills can prove that they can beat the Dolphins this year. So it is what it is. Now, do the Bills have what they need to execute a good game? Absolutely. Do they have the players? Yes, so they cannot complain if they lose. I think, well, I don't think, I know we just went over the injury report. They have most of their players back, so they shouldn't have any excuses. Any excuses. Unless, obviously, if it snows too much, then we already know they're going to complain. But other than that, no excuses as far as personnel is concerned. Okay? So the Dolphins, the Dolphins, it's gonna be out of the element because obviously we're in the South. It's hot. We're going into a cold weather game. It's mid December, and the thing is, people say, "Oh, well, the Dolphins." I'm like, do they not realize that our other three defense, like literally every other team we go against in our division is a cold weather team, and we have three of them a year. Like, but of course, people forget this, so that's why they don't take the Dolphins as being a team that can play or even compete or even win in a cold weather game. It's okay. And most of the time, yes, we struggle. Yes, we lose games. That's any team. But do the Dolphins have the players to execute the game plan? Yes. Next man up mentality. And at this point, these two teams are going to be exactly what you'll see in the playoffs. This is a, this is a wild card game right here. Dolphins leading the division, second in the AFC. Bills ranked fifth. Well, in this case, seventh, so that we can go against you guys. Um, you know, first round of the what do you call it? Playoffs. That's where we're at right now. You know, and until the Bills prove that they can beat the Dolphins own the Bills this year. It is what it is. And you know what? It'll be like that until the start of the first quarter on Saturday, 8:15. Now, why, Michael K? So that you guys can cry that I'm delusional or crazy if I think that the Dolphins could beat the Bills? This is why you can't say or do anything for other people, or not just you, Michael. So I'm not just talking about you. Um, because you're never gonna please everybody. You say things one way. Oh, it's this. You don't say it that way. Well, what? No, I'm just what I feel like saying today. If it sounds like I'm going through the motions, I'm not. And if it seems like I'm being a homer, I'm not. Again, I'm not giving you my homer takes like I always do because I'm a homer. And guess what? Dolphins can destroy this team. We already did it. So it is what it is. But can we lose this game? Absolutely. Any given Sunday. And I think the Bills have any legitimate chance, like any other team, to beat the Dolphins come Saturday. And this, because I keep forgetting it's a Saturday game. The Bills have the opportunity to beat the Dolphins. They have a chance to beat the Dolphins. Every team has a chance to beat each other. And again, divisional games are always playoff games. Always. Always, always, always. Roadrunner, welcome. Yes, sir. We beat you guys. We destroyed you. We had to give you points, and you still couldn't beat us. And you had your entire offense. So, yep, we destroyed the Bills. Exactly. It's not crazy. Pats beat us with Mac Jones throwing three passes. See, JC, way to way to be a level-headed fan of your team. You know, guess what? I can be super extra homer, but been there, done that. See, when you already know the outcome of the game, I don't need to auto sell it. I know the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills. I just, we got to let the rest of the world know and wait to see. What's the difference? The Dolphins, oh, I'm not, what do you mean more than 12 minutes? I don't get it. I've never done a 12-minute show. I mean, I've done 12-minute videos, but I've never done 12-minute shows. And as far as whatever the show runs, it's however I run the show. So if it ends up being 10 minutes or 2 hours, it is what it is. That's the beauty of having your own show logo. I get to do what I want. Good morning, Bebop. 49ers after show was about 19 minutes. When was that? Go back. It was 2 hours. So what are you talking about? Now, if you guys don't want to show up on time because the show's at 8 a.m., that's on you guys. Feel free to rewatch the games. But my show starts at 8. Y'all don't show up till last minute. That's on you guys. Nothing else I can do. So it'll start at 8 like it always does. And some change because, it's Monday, man. It's Monday. But again, it could be for 30 minutes. Rewatch it if you need to. And show up on time. There you go. Let's see here. I'm gonna create I mean, Steve, people want to feel like they are. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. You is do you want to look great next few games? Have you forced to pay him, or even if he looks great, is what you are a player Phins to pursue? I mean, to be honest with you, the great 801. What I want is for the Dolphins to win. I could care less who gets us there. See, people mistake that I'm a Gesicki fan, and they're like, "Are you gonna be hurt when he's here? What are you like?" Whether he's here or not don't matter. I'm a Dolphins fan. Whoever is part of the 53 is whoever I'm gonna be rooting for. If the team decides they want to move forward with Tua for the next 12 years, that's who we have. Tua Tagovailoa. If they decide to get somebody else, well, that's who we have. Whatever person that may be. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm not married to players. Except Kaseki. He's still my favorite. Um, but yeah, I mean, what do I think is gonna happen? That's a different question. What I want, I just want to win, irregardless of who gets us there. Irregardless of who gets us there. Oh, I agree. Wilkins needs to be signed already. We already have his 5th year option, and guess what? I think he's gonna make it happen. You say with I'd have to know what that word means first, sir. And second, I'm glad you guys pay attention to the channel. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It's what I expect. Yeah, a very short show, right? Hey, Whatever I had, it's whatever I had. Hmm. So interesting. So interesting. Uh, so having an hour show is short to you guys? Yeah. Like I said, guys, I work for a living and I'm a working woman. If I gotta cut a channel show 58 minutes, I'm looking at it 58 minutes and 39 seconds. If you want to get technical, it is what it is. It's a show that I had. So it's a show. Good morning, Esther. Welcome. Um, less than half of all your other shows. Yes. Actually, there's going to be a change, ladies and gentlemen. All shows will be an hour. And with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for coming through today. I really do appreciate it. I give you guys way too much of my time. So you guys will be seeing if you want to go ahead and see every single show moving forward. It will be an hour at most. No, I ran a little later today. But I appreciate each and every single one of you guys being here. That is the game preview, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I think the Dolphins are gonna be fine. It's not gonna be easy, but I think we definitely have a chance. Um, who do I think is gonna win? I've already out. I will always pick the Dolphins to win because it is gonna be a defensive game. I think this is gonna end up being more of a lower scoring game. So I'm going to go 24-21 Dolphins. That's what I'm picking right now. So 24-21 Dolphins. Yeah. Now, uh, uh, wait, how am I insulting my viewership by saying I have to do an hour show? Again, I'm a working woman. So things change, schedule change, which is why tomorrow I didn't do this show. I had to do it today because there is no show tomorrow, guys. I will see you guys on Monday. So go check out the channel. And today we had our weekly game preview like we always do, typically as on Friday. But because tomorrow I can't, there is no show tomorrow, Friday. But today we were able to go ahead and do the game preview, guys. Go ahead and take a look at it. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys here. Thank you for coming through again and supporting, liking the channel, sharing. Honestly, all of that really does help. Thank you so much, guys. And you guys, hey, listen. Let me be a super homer for a second. Let's be real. We can get slaughtered. But guess what? We can also destroy the Bills. I'm just going to enjoy the game, eat, be with family, and have fun. So, there you go. Take care, guys. Thank you for being here. Share, subscribe, like. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.